Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Brandon Vickery, glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo basketball program, Matt Loddick. Let's talk about your season opener on Monday night at Toledo. Certainly some positives in the second half. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about what happened in the first half. You've had a chance to now go back and watch some film. What do you need to do better? What do you need to improve from the way that game started?
I think, boy, we really just got punched in the mouth, and it took us. If you look at it, right, we won. So after 8 minutes, we were down, pretty big, and then we won the next 32, which was important to us. But we've got to be in a point where we're not down like that. And look, let's give Toledo a ton of credit because they are good. There's a reason they're getting top 25 votes. We got to play them on opening day. They did have a foreign tour, and they have, four starters back from a back-to-back MAC championship team. So they're good. We knew that. I did think that some of the stuff that we did would cause them problems. I just think that it just got away from us quick. And, a little bit of that was, we missed some early shots, easy shots that, Ben missed a layup, Kobe missed a layup, and Jerome missed a layup. And then they kind of came down and made some tough shots. And then all of a sudden, we turn it over. They're getting easy. And it kind of just snowballed. And the message really at that media timeout was, guys, take a deep breath. Okay, we've got to get back to who we are. And look, there were some moments there where we were good in the first half. A lot more moments there in the second half where we were good. But the way I look at it is it's an improvement time. Like, I know, look, a lot goes in. You only get 31 of these games. There's a lot of emotion that goes into it. And our guys, I think we're, shell shocked there to start it. But again, they're excited about the opportunity to continue to get better. And, you look at college basketball scores like that first night. There was a couple bye teams that lost. It's just, especially with the nature of college basketball these days, there's so much turnover. We don't have any games typically in the summertime. So the first real experience you're getting is that first opening night. And we just played a really veteran team that's really talented.
We're both baseball fans. We know in baseball, the opening day is always magnified, but it's a 162 game season. And in this case, similar. What's the message to the team after the game, or how do you put things in perspective through the first game of the season?
Well, I thought the response in the second half was huge. Obviously, anytime you shoot, what did we shoot? 68% in the second half. Conversely, we held them to 37%. Those are real big positives we got to take away. The thing that we've got to do is, we've got to start our games better. I was not, and something we'll work on. I was not pleased that we lost the rebounding game. We're priding ourselves on being big, and they just were quicker to the ball than we were. And so we've got to do a better job with that, shoring that up. And there's some stuff that we can do as coaches to help them. And we're going to work a lot on that. And again, improve. We're excited about playing on Sunday. I can tell you that.
Let's talk about Quentin Green. 5 made threes, team leader with 20 points in his Valpo debut. What'd you see from him on Monday?
Well, I told Quentin, the thing that, and we knew when we got him was he was going to be able to make some shots, and he did that well. The thing that he's really improved on in a short amount of time is just the toughness component of who he is as a basketball player. That I'm more proud of. I knew he could make shots, but for him, I think, he's been in a situation. If you guys get, to know Quentin, he's a fantastic athlete, like fantastic. And I think in sometimes, right, when you're, especially at a level a little bit lower, right, you are way above just the athleticism at that level. And I think that's been the case. So he's had to make some adjustments. Like, there's guys that are maybe better athletes or on par athletes with him on our team currently. And so he's had to find ways to improve, and he's done that. And that's what I'm more proud of. And obviously, he has got a sweet shot, and comes off his hand pretty. And, the more shots we can get him, the better.
Western Michigan, a team that is under a new head coach, beat him on the road a year ago. They come to the Arch on Sunday. How are they similar? How are they different to the team from last season? And what are some keys to Sunday's game against the Broncos?
It's I've looked at them a little bit right now. I'm really focused on us. I do think there's some improvement things that we have to make. And I think, we're going to kind of be of that mentality for a long time, right? We're gonna, we got to keep getting better and better and better. What I have seen from them, they are very physical. They went to Minnesota and lost by 1 point, right, to a Big Ten foe. Very physical, and they're trying to play like Michigan State. That coach came from Michigan State. They're trying to run up and down the floor and rebound, and so again, those are things that we want to do, and so. It's going to be a really good test for us to, work on some improvement areas that we're going to be, emphasizing this week.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Matt Loddick. It's the home opener. Come on out to the Arc, a 4:00 tip-off. You can get tickets on valpoathletics.com and hope for a great home court advantage on Sunday. Again, 4:00 tip against Western Michigan at the Arc. And we'll talk to you again next week on Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.